There are a ton of ways you can do that. You have paid advertising, you have sales funnels, you have online marketing, you got social media, you got 110 different ways to do that. But I believe there is one that surpasses all of them, that is way better and way deeper than all of them, and that can create something that is truly, truly indestructible, and that will increase your sales by an incalculable number, like an incalculable potential. So I'm going to talk about that. But first, you need to understand the mindset shift that comes with it. And there it is. You got to stop selling a product and sell the end results, where you want to take your people. You got to become the experts that they will follow in order to achieve that results. Because I still have people doing that mistake, especially when I see that a lot in the e-commerce space. People selling their products, basically saying their specifications for that product do. Sometimes they go into, hey, how can that, deliver results? What often I see is like, hey, people are saying like, hey, this is like, 4x1, here are the dimensions. Hey, here you go. Wow, sexy. I want to buy it. Lol. That's not the way you should do it. Sometimes people go a bit further than that and they try to sell the benefits, which means that, hey, those are the dimension and it's going to help you do this and that, which is great, which is already better. But there is a step beyond that, which is selling the end results. And what I mean by the end result, it's the benefits, but the real thing that they want at the end. You see, people ultimately, when you go and they buy from you, they are on a journey and you're helping them on that journey to go and reach an end result that they want to have. Depends on what you do. But the end goal is to make sure that they arrive to their destinations. And because they have a goal, they want to go there, you're helping them to go a next step and the next step. They appreciate you and they exchange that with money. Now, what you have to become, what you have to do, and it's really important that you realize that today, is that you have to start creating a movement. That's the word I'm going to be using a lot of the times during this episode, but you have to think about how can I create a movement. And the way you create a movement, or at least one of the steps, one of the pillars to do that, is to make sure that you are selling the end results instead of a product, because nobody is following a product. Yeah, maybe you find a product cool, but what you really find cool about the product is how it can help you actually get the end result that you want. So stop selling your product as it has those features, those things. Make sure that they see, hey, you know what? You are buying that car. You are buying that car, you know what? So you can enjoy the time with your family and finally make sure that all the time you spend, all the work you do, you can finally make sure that you can spend it with your family because that's the end result that you want. You see what I mean? Stop selling a vehicle with a lot of space. Show them how it can help them achieve the end results that they really want, because that's the thing they ultimately care about. And if you're good enough for doing that, you can create something that's extremely strong. And that's the way you can increase your sales dramatically, is by creating that movement. And I'm going to talk a bit further about how you can do that in the next steps, in the next sections of today's episode. But the thing is, you really have to focus on selling the opportunity, selling the end results. So that way, you are the guide, the expert through their journey in order to reach that end results. And they will always come back to you in order to achieve that end result, because they know you are the guy, you are the girl that they should go to in order to get to their destinations. So make sure that you start selling the end results. That's one of the best tips that you will ever hear about selling. Stop selling features and start selling benefits.